I was asleep one night when I awoke, realising that I couldn't breathe. Now, I have several cats, and on occasion they will lie on my face while sleeping. Such is their way. So I assumed this is what was happening. However, when I was fully awake, I realised that I couldn't move, and furthermore, that it was my pillow that was covering my face. I was lying on my side, and the pillow I had my head on was folded up over my face. So, once again, I assumed a cat had just slipped under there, but that wasn't it. I started to panic because I couldn't move, and I also couldn't breathe. Now, the pillow just wasn't covering my face, it was being pressed into my face. I finally was able to, using all my might, move my head just a little bit back and forth. After a couple of seconds of that, the pillow suddenly dropped from my face, and standing right next to my bed was this thin, tall, death-like figure, except all in white, like a skeleton in a long, heavy hooded robe that covered all but the hands. Where the face was, there was just ethereal whiteness. Within a split second, this figure reached down and grabbed my bedsheet and pulled over my face, and held it tight, trying to suffocate me again. I thought, this thing is going to kill me, I have to do something. But again, I couldn't move, I was paralysed. Then I remembered that I'd been studying up on auras, and I realised this was my only chance. Again, with all my might, I envisioned an energy field around me, and when it solidified, I pushed it as hard as I could towards this thing. Suddenly, the bedsheet flew off my face, and I was able to see this thing being flung back to wherever it came from. It just quickly flew back away from the bed, getting smaller and smaller until it had disappeared. When it was gone, I was suddenly able to move again, so I immediately jumped out of bed and flung on all the lights, started screaming and crying, still being frightened out of my mind. I couldn't stop screaming and crying for about 2 days. I truly felt like someone had just tried to kill me. I couldn't go to work, I couldn't do anything. It took about a week for me to be able to go back into my bedroom, and then about a month for me to be able to go to sleep without having the lights on. People who know this event ask me how I could still live there, and I tell them, if something evil is out to get you, it will find you wherever you are.